It is currently possible to find a AMD RX 580 for as low as $60. Hello guys, welcome back to Ray's Gaming and Tech Productions, and today we will be talking about a new card that I finally added to my inventory, which is the RX 580 8GB. Now the RX 580, as you all know, is part of the RX 500 series of AMD cards, which consists of some relevant cards like the RX 570 and 580. Now both of those cards come with two different versions, which are 4GB and 8GB VRAM versions, which depending on what games you're playing, you're probably better off sticking with the high VRAM cards. Now, as I was researching this card, I found out that they created a slightly downgraded version of this card for some reason, which only consists of 2048 Steam processors instead of the normal 2304. Now, it is slightly better than the RX 570, but I'm still not sure why they would make a downgraded version of a already decent card. Now this card for today is still kinda old. It was first released in 2017, but as you will see later, it is performing like a beast in today's games, but I don't want to spoil too much. Now this card is pretty beefy compared to a GT 1030, and I quickly realized that it was going to need some real power from your power supply, which means that at minimum, if you have a century-old CPU like me, then you will need at least a 500 to 550 watt plus power supply to get this thing working. Now for specs, I will talk about the important things like Steam processors, clock speed, and memory size. Now for Steam processors or CUDA cores, you will have 2304 if you get the stock version of the card. Now these CUDA cores are really good for editing, hence why Premiere Pro actually uses them for editing, and ever since I got this card, editing has been so much easier compared to the GT 1030, but along with that, that amount of CUDA cores will be really good for gaming too. Now onto clock and memory speed. Now the RX 580 comes with 2000 MHz of memory speed and 1360 MHz of clock speed. Now those two are really good for gaming because it allows for the GPU to access data a lot faster than worse cards. And last but not least, we have the VRAM. Now this GPU comes with a whopping 8GB of VRAM, which is more than its similar card GTX 1060 6GB. Now this card is actually pretty quiet for it being as powerful as it is, and really only gets extremely loud when under too much load, but I have specific settings for my card that allows for it to not go too high. Now about 2 months ago, I seen a whole bunch of 2048 CUDA core models in NOWWWWWW, but they rise in price, so if you want to get it for cheaper than $80, then your best bet is to look on eBay. Currently, I've been able to find many RX 580s for under $80, and I got lucky and found mine for $70 on the dot. Now if you want to get it for that price, you have to be patient, but for the performance of the card, I would have bought it for $80 or even $90, especially when Nvidia cards similar to it are going for well over $100. Now some sellers will be straightforward and say that they were used for Bitcoin mining, but if the card is in working condition, you could probably get away with using it as long as you don't try pushing it way past its limits, but to be honest, I don't see why anyone would need to do so.